Good evening, everyone. It's Friday, November 14th, and I wanted to share a few things that just have occurred this week with me, and a few things that my about my brother-in-law, and a crypto vision that I had, and a vision of a heavenly home that I had. Um, so the first thing I wanted to share was I shared a couple of days ago about my brother-in-law after he passed on Monday, that I saw him with Jesus, and then the next morning had heard a few other words from God about him. And then the next evening, Tuesday evening and Wednesday morning, as I was praying, and I don't know if it was evening or the morning, but Darren came to me and he was quite excited and said, Ben, it's all true. Everything you shared, it's true. And he was referring to like my crypto, not my crypto, my YouTube channel. And now I have to tell you a bit of a backstory because my brother-in-law is the one person in my family, direct family, who has listened to all my videos. The rest of my family, I don't think they have. And it doesn't bother me in the least. I'm not doing it for them. I'm not doing it for anyone other than God telling me what to do. So um, that's the way it is. And so then my sister told me that he used to watch my videos and be like, I don't know, Lisa. He didn't say like he didn't believe him. He's like, that's far out there. And so anyway, that was very interesting that and I didn't know that till after this morning that he had said this to me, that it's all true, that he didn't actually maybe believe it all. And it's interesting to me, and it doesn't bother me at all because in my own mind, sometimes the things that I see, I'm just like, they they're hard to, even if you see them in a vision. The enemy can come to you and be like, this isn't true, or it's just your imagination, you're dreaming, and it's not real. The enemy can come at you like that. So it doesn't matter who you are. Um, your faith must grow. You must believe and choose. It's always a choice to believe. And so that was really interesting. And so then on Saturday, before all this happened, before my brother-in-law passed, I had two visions I had several visions, but I'll share two of them because they were related, I believe, to what happened this week. Because I saw in heaven just the doors of the home, and you're seeing it behind me here, actually. Um, the doors of this heavenly home. See if I can move myself out of the way a little bit. Here we go. Anyway, so these doors, they're just the intricacy of these doors. They were like they were like hand carved golden doors, but there were more jewels and intricacy to these doors. And when I saw them, God asked me, "Do you want to go in?" And I knew this was the home of my wife. At first, I knew for sure it was her home, and then it came to my understanding that it was not just hers, but it was a home that we would share. And I don't know the depth of that, but that's what I understood from the vision. But just looking at the doors alone, the love that I felt in them, it was like wrapping everything around you. It was like inside the construction of this, just the doors, was the depth of love of Jesus. And it was beyond comprehension. Like it was, and I've had it where Jesus gave me a hug. And actually the first vision of ever seeing Jesus. And it was like that. Like this building was hugging you with love because it was built that way. It was built out of love for us. And like the intricacy of the door, like it had a story in it. I don't know what the story was, but it was a story in it. And so my response to him saying, "Do you want to go in?" is like, I don't think I can take any more. Like it was overwhelming, the amount of love and of what I was feeling and witnessing at the same time. So I was like, no, I can't take more right now. Um, and sometimes that's what it's like in these visions. Like it's like there's a level at which that you can hardly take anymore as a human. Uh, Anyways, the next day in church, I was in church, I think, where I saw yeah, I was in church. We were worshiping, and then I was listening to the pastor, and what the pastor was talking to was related to a whole bunch of other visions I had that evening before. And um, one of these was the visions that during church was seeing the back of the house. So I didn't go. I saw the hallway through the main corridor of the home, like right behind these doors. There's a corridor that goes straight through the home and then out to the backyard or the back veranda thing. And out back, there's like in the center of it, there's a pool, and this pool is like it's like golden like fountain, and it runs out over like the edge of a hill, a mountain, and it's like this. Yeah, you can sort of see it there. Doesn't show the fullness of it, but it it sort of wraps around. It's not exactly like this. It wraps around like an oval shape. Like I don't know if it's Victorian style. Anyways, and in the middle of it is a fountain and it runs down this hill. And the hill is actually large. It's more like a mountainous, and it drops off even further. Anyway, so this is what I saw was the second part of that vision that was connected. And what was interesting is that then this was on Saturday night and Sunday. And then Monday morning, I get the call that my brother-in-law has passed. And and I've been able to share it with my sister and give her some comfort of the amount of love. And I have this feeling that this was not just for me, but it was for me to share with them, um, to show them the depth of the love that the Father has for them and what He's planned, to give them some measure of comfort. And and Jesus was explaining to me more about Darren and what he's done. Like he showed me that he was understanding the two most important aspects of the law, which is love the Lord your God with all your heart, your soul, and mind, and your neighbor as yourself. And whether he understood the rest of the scripture in depth or not, that was never his thing. But what he was his thing was loving truly and living that out. And if that's all we can get, it says all of the law falls off that. So if that is what we aim towards, it's a pretty good goal. Um, and then the other part that kept coming to me is that I am the resurrection. This is coming so strongly to me. I am the resurrection. And anyone who believes in me will live even after dying. And I've felt so much this week, that presence of just knowing this confirmation. And I've never seen like seeing my brother-in-law so much this week is not normal for me. It's at a very all of it's out of the ordinary. So I'm sharing what God is asking me to share. And I hope it blesses people. The other thing that God shared with me this afternoon was about this crypto. I saw my crypto portfolio and the numbers that he was showing me, it showed another 23% reduction in value. And so I don't know that that's my portfolio won't be reflective of the whole market. Um, but in any event, that's what he showed me. So I could share that much. I don't have timing again, and I don't understand. Don't do crypto analysis and technical analysis, but sharing what God is asking me to share. So hope that blesses you, everyone. Thanks for listening. Take care.